UCL closing bell. Madrid and PSG stunned into playoffs after electrifying league phase finale. In one of the most unpredictable and dramatic nights in recent European football history, Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, two of the continent's most storied clubs, were unexpectedly consigned to the UEFA Champions League knockout playoffs after failing to secure automatic qualification to the round of 16 on the final match day of the league phase. The climax of the 2025-26 Champions League stage produced thrills, heartbreaks, and late-goal drama across Europe as top clubs fought tooth and nail for advancement in UEFA's newly expanded 36-team format. In one fell swoop, the defining landscapes of Europe's elite competition shifted, stunning fans, pundits, and players alike. Here's how it all unfolded. The stage was set, a night charged with possibility. Leading into the final match day, Real Madrid and PSG found themselves precariously positioned. Both entered the evening in what would have been automatic qualification spots under UEFA's new configuration, with the top 8 clubs in expanded league phase standings advancing straight to the round of 16 without the need for playoff ties. But the margins were razor-thin, and a cascade of results across multiple fixtures would determine their fate. For Madrid, a side boasting a record 15 Champions League titles, hopes of a smooth passage were dealt an early warning in Lisbon against Benfica, coached by Madrid's former manager José Mourinho. Meanwhile in Paris, PSG hosted Newcastle United in a tense clash that would ultimately prove decisive not just for themselves but for clubs across Europe hunting high finishes. A number of English teams, including Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, and Manchester City, were also in contention for direct qualification and would play their parts in shaping the standings. Teams from Spain, Germany, and Portugal had equal stakes, underscoring the fiercely competitive nature of this year's UCL League phase. Benfica upsets Madrid in Lisbon. Trubin's heroics shake the table. In Lisbon's Estadio da Luz, what unfolded will long be etched in Champions League lore. Up against a Real Madrid side seeking to avoid the uncertainty of a playoff, Benfica produced one of the shock results of the season. Madrid, featuring stars including Kylian Mbappé, Jude Bellingham, and Vinicius Jr., appear to have the game under control at times, especially with contributions from Mbappé, who scored twice. The French forward's performance reflected his world-class attacking talent, reminding fans why he is among the elite in world football. Yet football thrives on its unpredictability. And so it was that in stoppage time, with Madrid down to 9 men after red cards for Raúl Asensio and Rodrigo, Benfica goalkeeper Anatoly Trubin rose to head in a dramatic late winner, his first goal in professional competition and one that left the stadium and Europe itself in stunned silence. The sequence was extraordinary. A goalkeeper scoring a decisive goal to turn qualification hopes on their head. It capped a night of improbable outcomes and underscored how even the most familiar narratives in football can be appended in a matter of seconds. That goal not only delivered Benfica improbable progression into the playoff places but played a pivotal role in reshaping the entire standings. Madrid's 4-2 defeat saw them finish in 9th place, one spot shy of direct qualification, thus launching them into the knockout playoffs for teams ranked 9th through 24th. The result will be dissected for years. Madrid, the most successful club in Champions League history, dumped into the playoffs, not by a traditional rival, not by goal difference alone, but by the goaltender of a club many had counted out long ago. PSG, held in Paris, also falls short. Across the Rhine in Paris, defending European champions PSG faced their own dramatic conclusion. Starting the night pretty much assured of a spot in the top 8 and automatic qualification, their 1-1 draw with Newcastle United proved costly. Instead of securing the 2 points necessary to stay above the playoff cutoff, the draw saw both PSG and Newcastle slip in the standings, PSG finishing 11th and Newcastle 12th. Neither club could escape the anxiety of the playoff draw the following Friday. For PSG, it's a remarkable reality for a club that only narrowly emerged through playoffs last season on their way to lifting the trophy. Coach Luis Enrique stressed that while performance could certainly have been better, his squad remained resilient and prepared for the challenge ahead. We could have obtained better results, but after analyzing the type of matches that we've played, we're still there and ready for the next matches, he said. Thus, both Madrid and PSG, clubs with vast resources, histories of continental success, and world-class rosters, must now confront the uncertainty and added fixtures of the qualifying playoffs in February. Other top clubs secure direct routes. The drama of Benfica and PSG's results reverberated across the league phase table, with a number of clubs capitalizing to secure their safe passage straight into the round of 16. Arsenal, who had dominated their group throughout, completed a perfect league phase, winning all 8 of their matches, including a 3-2 victory over Kairat Almaty to finish top of the standings. Liverpool delivered a commanding 6-0 victory over FK Karabag, ensuring a top 8 finish and advancement without having to face the playoffs. Other clubs clinching direct qualification included Barcelona, who overcame Copenhagen 4-1 in their finale, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, Manchester City, and Bayern Munich, all of whom produced results essential to their high placement in the league phase standings. Collectively, these clubs epitomized consistency and competitive strength across 8 match days. The performances of these teams serve as a reminder that Champions League success demands both individual brilliance and collective resilience. It also highlights the rising influence and depth of the English Premier League in European competition. With 5 clubs now in the round of 16, England's top tier continues to assert itself as a powerhouse of continental football. Reactions from inside the camp: triumph and tribulation. Real Madrid, pride and frustration. At the heart of Madrid's despair was frustration over missed opportunities, key moments slipping away, and the cruel timing of Benfica's dramatic goal. Fans inside the Bernabeu faithful had dared to dream of direct progression. Now their club must re-energize for the playoff battle. Speaking after the loss, several Real Madrid insiders voiced a mix of defiance and regret. One former Madrid captain, now serving as club ambassador, highlighted that, in football, nothing is guaranteed. Behind closed doors, the coaching staff emphasized the importance of refocusing quickly, knowing that February's playoffs represent a fresh, but perilous path to continental glory. PSG, reflective but resolute. For PSG, the mood was similarly reflective. Under Luis Enrique, the Parisian giants had navigated a challenging group with moments of brilliance and inconsistency. Their inability to secure full points at home against Newcastle was a bitter pill, especially given the stakes of automatic qualification. In the dressing room, calls for unity and resilience grew louder. Players and staff alike acknowledged that the Champions League in its new format places enormous value on consistency across every game.